Hey, what's going guys, it's me Blighting Gamer and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a new what if. This one would be replacing the Angel Island one because it really needs some fixing a lot. It needs a lot of fix and redo. So this is going to be the one to replace it, and what it is, if you guys have seen the hints that I shown you, you already knew, but haven't yet. Here it is. What if Sonic was created by Gerald? So let's get started, shall we? We start at a jungle where an old scientist who's currently discovering ancient artifacts that could help him bring the ultimate life form to be a success. Since the last one, the biolizard, was a failure, he need this to work. After all, the reason why he agreed with Gunn to do Project Shadow is to help his granddaughter from a fatal illness. He found himself in a ruin where he inspected the area if there's anything he could use. Suddenly, the reality around starts to warp a bit, then back to normal. That was strange. Maybe it must be the ruins, he thought to himself. Gerald spots a blue glow across the room. When he checks what it is, it's a blue quill. He's fascinated by this and analyzes it to check why it's like this. He was shocked and interested to know that the quill has chaos energy that he heard of from Black Doom, and surprisingly, it has unlimited power. This could help Project Shadow to be a reality and finally cure his granddaughter, Maria. He immediately headed back to the Ark to continue his work. Also, made his report to Gunn about his self-reflecting while in the ruin. He started making the ultimate life form, but he needs to avoid the mistake while making biolizard. Even though he has Black Doom's DNA, he's still a bit cautious about it. Maybe he could separate the main components of Black Doom's chaos energy, and also with the blue quill, the chaos energy and unlimited power. He could make two ultimate life forms to make sure they won't go out of hand and make a balance for both, like two sides of the same coin. He started making first Shadow, which was a success. There's nothing wrong with him. After Shadow's creation, Gerald started to make the other one, or the second one. While making him, his model/structure starts to change a bit due to the quill's influence, causing him to look different than Shadow, well, with both having similarities. One day, Black Doom shows up to see Gerald's progress. He was impressed on the doctor's work. Shadow is close to being finished, but then he saw the another glass tube with a sort of look-alike to Shadow, but it's different. The Black Arm leader demanded Gerald why is there two ultimate life forms. He agreed with only one. Gerald explained to Black Doom why he made both, also the thing he used for them both. Black Doom was intrigued of having two ultimate life forms, plus with added unlimited power to their chaos ability is beneficial. But he tells the old doctor to focus more on Shadow since he see him more to have potential than the other one. He reminds Gerald their deal to find the 7 Chaos Emeralds. He then leaves afterwards. Gerald knows the Black Arm is a massive threat. He already built the Eclipse Cannon when Shadow was finished and waiting for the other to be finished. Shadow's relationship with Gerald and Maria goes like normal, but the three expect the other one to join them eventually. Once the other is finished, he's released from his tank and he looks different. Well, he has some elements from Shadow, but different. The second ultimate life form is different from Shadow due to his personality is opposite. He's more energetic, happy, and more open than Shadow. Must have been the quill, Gerald thought. Maria and Shadow get to know him well. First, they need to give him a name. Surprisingly, this one has supersonic speed, unlike Shadow, who needs rocket shoes and chaos ability to catch up with him. Well, Shadow has a little bit of that speed, but only a little. Maria then named him Sonic, which all agree upon. Sonic enjoys the company of the two Robotniks and his older brother, Shadow, even though he gave him the tough love approach. also being taught by Gerald about things. He needed both to be the ones to stop the Black Arms, and like Maria, giving both a heart and soul. Gerald noticed Sonic can't use his Chaos ability properly, unlike Shadow, who already knows how to use it. They've been happy together. Also, before the day that changes everything, Maria and the two hedgehogs look over Earth. The blonde girl wanted to go to Earth to see what it's like and express this to the other two. Sonic's curiosity also wanted to know as well. Shadow supported the idea, but maybe one day the three could see Earth. But things go wrong once GUN found out Gerald was in contact with the Black Arms. This in turn to know Shadow and Sonic might be a danger to mankind. Gun got the confirmation of what they needed to do, so they raided the Ark, arresting and killing those who have worked there. Gerald was captured by them. Meanwhile, Maria is running away with Shadow while carrying Sonic. They were able to avoid the GUN soldiers who are scattered around and also saving a bunch of people there, only some. They have arrived at the stasis pod where they can escape. There's one problem. There's only one could activate the pod's ejection. She placed Sonic into one of them, then Shadow, reluctantly, go into the other one. She reached the lever, but a gun soldier came in and point a gun towards her. She looks at her two best friends, telling them everything is going to be alright, and comfort them, while asking them to promise her to protect the world for her and give humanity a chance to be happy and hope. A gunshot was heard from the two, with Maria's last strength pulled the lever and said goodbye to her friends. Afterwards, passed on. The two brothers were heartbroken and sad. This affected both, but in a different way to the two, and soon were in stasis. When the two pods came into Earth's atmosphere, it burned up, causing the two cable connections of the pods to break up. Unfortunately for the brothers, they have split up to Earth. Shadow landed where he did, getting captured by Gun, and Gerald went mad and insane after hearing his granddaughter's death. Develop a revenge plan for humanity. Meanwhile, with Sonic's pod, is heading towards a land with a lot of islands, and crash landing on one of them in a cold area. Over with Gun, they're in a state of panic because there's two ultimate life form and they can't find the second one. They try looking in their area and interrogate Gerald, but nothing. They check their satellites if it landed somewhere on the other side of the world. It appears the pod landed somewhere in the islands. So, Gun would go to the islands to search for the other ultimate life form. GUN soldiers have spread around all the islands trying to find the other. Unfortunately, it's hard because they don't know where his pod is. Even asking some of the locals around the area, but it didn't even work. Since they have to find him, they will do it in a extreme measure, causing some damage while searching. This doesn't sit well for the people who live there. Some try to defend while others run away. This keeps up for over the years. Some citizens were hiding from this, some are arrested / recruited by Gun, and some are rebelling from this and dealing with a certain genius who's having a hard time conquering this world or islands because of his enemies, both Gun and the furries. Over with Gun, they discovered a floating island thanks to their ninja and drone. They all got there to check out if there is, since the island is radiating chaos energy. When they got far, some of the soldiers fell from traps and other that stopped them. Also, their drones have been destroyed by a giant fist dent. Eventually, they found a place where it has a weird ruined temple place where a pedestal and a giant emerald that could explain why there's chaos energy radiating. When they got close, all of them were pushed back by what looks like a red echidna. The echidna tells all of them to leave this island or else he would be the one to kick them out himself. The soldiers and agents don't care of this threat and goes forward with their robots and drones. It was a fierce battle. Knuckles was able to deal a lot of blows to the soldier and the rest, causing knockbacks to everyone. After a while, the Red Echidna is getting too tired because there's too many of them. Eventually, the Guardian fell knocked out after getting overwhelmed from all the opponents. Gun secured the island, making as a base for them, and they have a powerful artifact that would help them and study it, also interrogating the echidna that was guarding it. A few more years have passed, and Gun recently got a new commander, and his name is Commander Abraham Tower, who made changes to Gun since their actions from the past caused a lot of problems, and he's here to fix it. Well, sort of. He doesn't want to give up on finding on the other ultimate life form since he's a threat like the other one, which they have. But they would continue their operation back on but they need to continue their operation back on their side. But they would leave some drones to observe the place. Thanks to their little genius, they're upgraded far more advanced. So Gun left the island, making the residents feel safe for now. Meanwhile, a man has been watching and is delighted to see all of Gun is gone, but is bitter about some drones are still around. Nevertheless, he will conquer the entire world for him to build Robotnik land and get his revenge for his great-grandfather. Robotnik presses a button and commands his badniks to attack the island and conquer it. Also try to find the Chaos Emeralds. Thankfully, Gun hasn't found them yet. In Green Hills and other areas that are not currently supervised by GUN drones, all of the badniks starts to attack while also helping Robotnik to kidnap a bunch of animals and looking for the Chaos Emeralds. But an armadillo and a flying squirrel rushes in, destroying all the badniks in the areas they have traveled to. The machine bots inform the creator of this, and like usual, Robotnik is pissed. He almost forgot about those two and their team. If only there was something to counter them. Almost on cue, a motorbug came in and has news to the doctor. Wanted some good news, tells his badnik it better be good. The motorbug explains and the rest are scouting for parts and kidnapping animals. They found a strange pod in the ice mountain. Robotnik is intrigued and commands his badnik to retrieve it and put it in his lab. All of the badniks that are currently available went to the frozen mountain and retrieved back the pod for their master. Months back, Robotnik is fascinated by the design of the pod and almost familiar to him. The doctor's curiosity is through the roof. He wonders what's inside. Could be a weapon or ancient artifacts like the emeralds. He must open it. When he touches it, the pod shakes violently and opens its door, covering it with smoke. Robotnik is laughing excitedly. He can't wait to see what's inside. But he was shocked to see a figure walks out of the smoke, revealing a blue hedgehog with a white marks on his forehead and the green stripes around his quills and face. Robotnik asked the creature in a shocked but serious tone, Who are you?" The blue being noticed the doctor and answered him, "I am Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm one of the ultimate life forms. Now tell me, where am I and who are you?" Robotnik's shocked face turned into a devious one, thinking to himself that this hedgehog could be the solution to get rid of his problems. He composed and introduced himself as Dr. Ivo Robotnik. And that is where we're going to be leaving things for right now. I hope all of you guys enjoyed this video. I know it might take a while since I last did a Sonic What If, but don't worry, I will return back to Racing Angel Island once I reach 1,000 subscribers. That's a promise. And since that's all I could say, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone.